Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and evening to you. That actually depends on your location and from wherever you are watching me from right now. God bless you for joining me once again. You know that what we do here is that we update with the current matter, current issues, flying and social media space. That is what we do on this particular platform. So thank you for joining us again. Um, we're still talking about Emmanuella Ropo and ever smiling Emmanuella Ropo. And, recently there are a lot of issues, news around that because recently she removed Masha, Ayinde Masha from uh, her name, and that got a lot of people talking on social media space. And, we have been seeing a lot of videos, a lot of clips coming up from our table this day, and it's like Emmanuel Ropo has actually moved on, and that has been the point of discussion recently. Seeing the beautiful face, seeing the beautiful smile, and it's like this chapter with Ayinde Masha has closed, and people have started analyzing this, that in the first place, what pushed Emmanuella to the extent of uh, married Wasiu Ayinde, knowing the antecedent of Wasiu Ayinde, and I don't want to go into that anyway because we know a lot about him, and to some people it's like Wasiu Ayinde did not regard women, that a woman that needs honor, that wants our mental health to be healthy, will not go to the extent of having anything to do with Emmanuel, with Wasiu Ayinde. That is what we see on social media space anyway. And I think on Titi platform, people actually analyze what happened, and what they think Emmanuella did wrong, and what they think Wasiu Ayinde did wrong. And the person of a kind, person of Wasiu Ayinde, we know what he stands for. That is the man that loves himself first, and other things. And for a woman to settle down with that particular man, must know that he's going in there to actually do a lot of work upon herself, and the person must actually prepare to actually face whatever she actually find out in that relationship. That is what a lot of people say, and there are a lot of secrets that people actually reveal in this particular platform. We know when things like this happen, people actually go there and dig out some things that we might not even know from the onset. Now, according to what we hear on this platform, that Emmanuella Ropo was actually in a relationship with someone before she started dating Wasiu Ayinde, and nobody knew what happened and why Emmanuella Ropo actually settled for Wasiu Ayinde. And there was also a revelation in this particular platform too, that it was because Faithia was confrontational about it when she got to know that Wasiu Ayinde was dating Emmanuella Ropo, and that is why Wasiu Ayinde actually did pepper them to actually marry Emmanuella Ropo. All these things we are going to hear from Sisi Dupe platform. And Sisi Dupe used to say that Wasiu Ayinde is a father. So we are going to hear all these things from this platform. So I want us to go there and listen from Sisi Dupe. Where the video is credited to Sisi Dupe because it was on a platform that we got all this information. So guys, I want us to go there and listen to all.
ẹni táwọn ṣì wà talking stage tó ló fẹ́ mọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ó fẹ́ mọ̀ sẹ́ǹdì owó sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ gbà wọn all because pé ló nífẹ̀ẹ́ òun lòun ò pé no this is abnormal ló wá ṣàlàyé fún mi just yesterday mo wá sọ wá bí. ẹjọ́ mà ṣé àwọn narcissist yẹn ṣé wọ́n máa ń mọ̀ ṣá wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn níwà burúkú wọ́n mọ̀ pé ìkà làwọn wọ́n mọ̀ pé evil làwọn but of them tó bá jẹ́ illiterate ó lè má mọ̀ pé orúkọ tó ń pè tó ń jẹ́ yẹn lélẹ́yìí. Yes, I put it straight to that man yesterday. I said, you are a narcissist. Go and seek help. You have mental problem. You are a mental deranged person. No woman can ever survive in your house. Yes, and when you put it to them like that, àyàwó ajá bí ìgbà tó bá pe wèrè ni. Tó pè directly tó tójú ẹlẹ́sìn mẹ́sàn-án rẹ̀ ká. Immediately no block again yẹn off. Torí yẹn náà wọ́n wò pé òun gan ti future àwọn wà ní talking stage. Ó ti ń bò ń léèrè àbẹ̀wé ńlá. Sẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ló wá pọ̀ tó yẹn. Please identify all these narcissistic people and stay completely away from them. This is going to be part 1. If I give video here, I'm still going to do part 2 and part 3 of how victims of narcissists, how they can help themselves. And what you need to do is not too much. Just go back to those things you were doing that make you a strong woman in the first place. If the ambition to need the fact that you're an ambitious woman, you're a successful person, you're very talented, you are successful. Àwọn nǹkan yẹn ń ló jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ fún narcissist wàá wá padà síbi àwọn nǹkan yẹn wàá máa ṣe. Your life that has been good will now come again. You start growing. That is when you will now break him down completely for your own side. Ìyẹn ò ní ká lò mí náà tó bá wà ignorant kó má tún lọ fọ́ victim ẹ̀. But for you to be able to put yourself together and come back to your feet again. So narcissists are aware that they are narcissists. And for you to identify them, everything about them is abnormal. And their family members are aware. They know that they are...
No, our family member, daddy me, I'm a put and my daddy's daughter.
Son, or their uncle, or their brother, or their father is a narcissist. So you to get victim one, the only assignment only to identify one. And once you identify them, you detach yourself away. You withdraw yourself emotionally from them because they are toxic people and they can never do you any good. The only thing they can do for you is to destroy you. Sensitive information that you might have shared with them about yourself, don't allow that to break you. Because anything to share against you, it is not a imagine can weigh it down. Maybe can't be private video, I be picture anybody can sit again. All you need to do is just to explain. If you care to explain. If you don't care, you to expose him. To party expose the narcissist or to deliver the next supply. Tomani, please share this video so that a whole lot of people don't get victim.
Oh boy, I'm Emmanuella de body to fi share. Boya nkan ti Emmanuella gbọ́ nìyẹn tó fi share nítorí obìnrin sọ pé share not because it has anything to do with K1. Maybe she just shared because àwọn kan come across ẹ wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́ níbi tí lady yẹn ti ní please share. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ wò pé káwọn share. Àwọn èèyàn wá lọ sọ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ o nǹkan tí Emmanuella think nípa K1 nìyẹn. Irọ́ mi rò bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo ti gbọ́. Ìgbà yín náà ṣàgbọ́ tóbìnrin yẹn ní share. Tèmi náà bá share and sìn. Get nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Obìnrin yẹn ní pé kó bá àwọn share. Emmanuella dẹ̀ share ẹ̀dẹ̀ gbọ́ níbi the end yẹn tó ń advice àwọn èèyàn tí ọkàn wọn bá fi sílẹ̀. Ó ní kó lọ máa ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n love láti ṣe kó má bàa ronú nípa ọkọ yẹn. Ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tí Emmanuella rí nìyẹn tí ó fi share. Mr. Jubrili, màá gbé yín sókè nsìn. I want us to talk about it. And you know why? Mabino sister me, thank you. You know why I want us to talk about it? I don't want us to miss this signal up because there are some things I heard about this narcissistic behavior that could be a behavior of, somebody that is upset with you. Nígbà tí mi kì í ṣọmọ àlè kí wọ́n wà níbí kí wọ́n máa sọ pé dádì mi náà ń bá wí. Mi ń ṣọmọ àlè náà, mi lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, mi ń ṣọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ọmọ tó ń kọ́ ni wọ́n kọ́ mi mo gbẹ̀kọ́. Màá wá dúró síbi tí wọ́n ti ka dúró statistics yẹn sílẹ̀. Kọ́ wọn máa sọ pé láìláì mi lè dúró síbẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ bínú sí mi lára ẹ̀ kó bínú sí mi. Mi lè bá yín wà ńbẹ̀. Mi lè jẹ́ kó kọ́ mi lọ́mọ. A woman should learn to never put her life on hold for any man. But what if, the relationship, because these days, when relationship go pear-shaped, and this is me, Egbagbe, leave K1 now. I'm just being serious now. I have seen instances where relationship go pear-shaped. You will see the girl, the woman calling the man narcissist based on boya mosheja or how dirty their fight was. The next thing you hear a woman says, that man is a narcissist. We throw that words around a lot. So I don't want us to use the word wrong. That is what I am saying. We need to be able to identify the difference in a man that, once loved you and don't love you again, and something happened, oníkálukú ló ń lo ẹ̀ bóyá ẹja and everything. Is it not possible for a man to do like that and not be a narcissist? That is what I am saying. Mo Sister Shibi Shewa.
Sister Dúpẹ́, ẹ ṣọ́ ara yín lálẹ́ yìí. Ṣé rí dáàdì yín?
Mi ìṣeré o.
Dáàdì yín tẹ̀ support yẹn. Glasses yín yẹn mà kọ́kọ́ wá sí. Sherry, from my own point of view,
Oriente bá ń gbé Mr. Jubril.
From my point of
Ecalesis.
From my point of view, I just feel that on generalize the characteristics of narcissists. This is not personal to K1, yeah? We know your daddy is badly behaved, though. But I think what Emmanuella must have picked from it, she must have picked one or two things. Not necessarily everything she said about a narcissist. Maybe there were a few things she experienced with him while they were together. And maybe some of the advice she gave ministered to her soul. And she's deciding, okay, I've picked one or two things from what this lady has said. And I've seen maybe one or two things she said that might relate to my ex-husband. That's why she shared it. So I don't think it's personal to Emmanuella, firstly. Then I don't think her sharing it means that all the characteristics that was listed there.
No, it's not about all the characteristics. But it's not about all the characteristics. But the fact that whether one characteristic or whether two, but it's the fact that she believed that our ex, is narcissist.
Sister Dupe, let me share a story with you. Yeah. When I used to be a single mother before I got married. I don't know if I've said it before, yeah?
Yeah, you have.
When I was in Bayelsa, by Monshichapelo GSK, I met one lovely person, in quotes, wonderful man. Everybody has something fantastic to say about him. Everybody loved him. So, of course, he came on to me. I was single. I got one or two people call about me berenipe. You know the traditional bibere tamanshi. Because I was being careful. Titi kan lawyer ni mo bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ tó ti pẹ́ nílùú yẹn. Tó ti joyè essay on indigenous kìíní kan tó àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ lọ bèrè nípa boy. I want to know about this guy before I enter the relationship. Sister Dupe, I can tell you categorically, despite being a single mom, that is the worst relationship I've had in my life. And the most regrettable for me. The worst of the worst. Sister Dupe, ṣé mọ̀ pé mo sá kúrò nílùú yẹn? Yes. I left like a thief in the night. To show you how terrible the relationship was. And you see most of the things the lady he lists, voice note playing, most of the characteristics were applicable to him. When you are outside, you don't know this man until you get close. And if you are not close to a level, you will still not know him. Because all these people, of course, they spoke to people that were close to him. But apparently, you won't know him if you are not close to him. He's a very terrible person. In fact, when I was leaving, because Orowo Pawakpo, money láti lọ sí police station, láti lọ kọ statement. Tí mo lọ fi ọlọ́pàá ṣe witness wípé iye tó jẹ mí nì, iye tí mo ti mú nì, balance ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. So that kò ní di pé ó jí mi lówó, ló ṣe sá kúrò nílùú. Ó rán àwọn èèyàn kan bẹ̀ mí o. Kò believe pé mo lè fi òun lẹ̀ because shock yẹn rabaraba yẹn. Àwọn tó mọ̀ mọ́ mi, òun ò mọ nǹkan tóun ṣe fún mi, kíní kan. Ó travel kó tó dé, mo ti sá kúrò ní Bayelsa. To tell you how terrible that relationship was.
ìgbà tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní àwọn knowledge díẹ̀ tí social media dé táwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀ though people abuse that word I won't lie àwọn èèyàn any small thing narcissist misogynist people abuse it a lot. Sister ti mute o.
mo ní pé ibi tí mò ń lọ nìyẹn mi ò sọ wípé kò sí but because we throw it around a lot.
Yes, you know, social media word tó dùn lẹ́nu ni. Anybody that knows that guy tí tọ́n bá sọ pé ó ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n á lè ìwọ lèèyàn burúkú. You now know where I knew that there was a problem. Ẹni tó ti fẹ́ rí ìgbà tó sọ nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn ìgbà tèmi náà wá rí wẹ̀ mo wá lè píìsì nǹkan tí woman yẹn go through. You know that one even live pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣebí dating láti ẹ̀ ṣe wà but because èmi ti wise you can't be a single mother and not be wise now. Your eye go clear when it comes to relationship matter. I was able to quickly pick it wípé disaster waiting to happen lélẹ́yìí. So narcissists, like they say, most of them recognize it. Not all of them know they are. Kò ṣe gbogbo wọn. Ìmí inú wọn lè mọ̀. But ìmí ò mọ̀. Bó ṣe mọ̀ wẹ̀ wù ló ṣe wù yẹn. Kò ṣe pé ó fi ṣe kà. Ẹlòmíì inú wọn ò mọ̀. But there are some tó mọ̀ pé wèrè làwọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ accept ẹ̀ pé wèrè pọ́nbélé làwọn. Àwọn náà lọ máa gaslight ẹ̀. Àwọn ló máa belittle ẹ̀. Àwọn ló máa lé gbogbo èèyàn kúrò lágbègbè ẹ̀. Àwọn ló máa dehumanizes and does all this yama behavior. Doesn't make him a narcissist. And also, he might be a narcissist and we might never know because we are not in the place to know.
Yeah,
So
right.
gray area tó lè má yé wa nìyẹn. Àwa kọ́ lè sọ ìtarí. There's a black area, there's a white area, and there's a gray area. That gray area, we might not know it. We just keep guessing.
Oh no, you know it's almost any great ẹ̀sán yẹn. Abdulwasi said the qualities are similar to manipulative. Oh no, a manipulator. But ṣé mọ̀ pé nínú narcissist, ara characteristics one is being manipulative.
It's part of it. It's part of it. But how do you know it's manipulative? You've not lived with him.
No. He's one of the characteristics they said here.
No, anytime you dárúkọ wípé manipulation.
No. As in pé nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ làwọn sọ pé based on nǹkan táwọn gbọ́.
Okay, wípé one of the points.
Yes.
I think being a narcissist is more than one point, too, Sister Dupe.
Oh yes, that's of course
Like
that's what we can
it's
get
like
from
signs
her.
and symptoms, yo. At least kó tó lè di signs and symptoms. Ó máa ní bí àwọn bí mẹ́ta sí mẹ́rin ká tó lè fún diagnosis. So it might not just be wípé point kan ó wá sọ the narcissist.
Oh my God, I will go with you.
I don't agree on that.
Narcissism is a medical diagnosis. Only a doctor can say that, not a heartbroken person. Because I realize that a lot of women that their hearts has been broken always call their partner.
And you know some women are even the
and some men too will call the woman that leads them that too.
Some women are even the narcissists that they'll be calling men narcissists, but gbogbo yẹn bá.
No, obìnrin náà nasi o. Obìnrin náà nasi jọkùnrin lọ. Wọ́n nasi burúkú jọkùnrin lọ. Irú doctor maybe I will come and talk about it tomorrow. That doctor, girl lady òyìnbó yẹn tó fẹ́ bà yé ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn mo ní doctor nurse yẹn nurse Tolú yẹn obìnrin yẹn.
A gbọ́dọ̀ sọ story yẹn Sister Dupe ṣọlá lọ máa ṣe.
Ọ̀la ni kọ́nà ṣọwájọ lálọ́. And I will give you ó máa ń kábi lára fáwọn ọkùnrin because okay it's vice versa. Ṣé bó náà là ń sọ̀rọ̀ Emmanuella pé òun náà resign.
Ṣé mi lè quickly béèrè question kan?
Life is beautiful.
Ṣé mi lè béèrè question kan?
Yeah, what's the question?
Ṣé lọ́wọ́ èmi àbí ọ̀dọ̀ Sister Dupe?
No, ní everybody tó máa ń lo word yìí ni tó máa ń lo word yìí. Nínú gbogbo àwọn ìyàwó tí Alhaji ti fẹ́ nínú gbogbo àwọn ìyàwó ìwọ ló jáde.
Arkeni, welcome.
Ìwọ ló jáde tó sọ pé Alhaji narcissist ni. I don't understand why people are like this.
No.
Understand the drift.
Hold on. Sorry. Even if he is, you think this woman will come out? No, now.
They won't talk.
Dúpẹ́ ẹ má yẹ tá a tanra wa. Alhaji arrogant. Oh, arrogant.
Èmi náà gbà o. Kò ṣe pé mo sọ pé mo gbà. Mo sọ wípé for you to say, wọ́n máa bọ́ta wá sọ. Ṣé bó ní èèyàn kan share yẹn kò sọ, but tó share video yẹn sórí page ẹ̀. and she knows pé gbogbo nǹkan gbóná lọ́wọ́, anything on her page will be related back to Alhaji. She knows.
Life is beautiful. Let me make you understand something. Sherry, it will be easy for people to judge Alhaji because of his history with women. Even if he's not a narcissist, history tí wọ́n ti ní over the years will just make people put him in a bad light. But that doesn't make him a narcissist, like I said.
He does not appreciate women. Doesn't mean he's a narcissist now.
I have not called him. Elder, I can go from Mr. Jibril.
Ẹni sọ, ṣáàrí gbogbo àwọn traits tí wọ́n kàlẹ̀ fún narcissist pátápátá kó tó di pé wọ́n qualify èèyàn sí narcissist gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn ṣe sọ. Out of 5 or 7, you have to have concrete 3 níbẹ̀. Then one major trait tí ò sí lára narcissist ni womanizing. Anybody tó bá pè ní pé narcissist ni ẹ́, womanizing back to back kò ní sí lára trait ẹ̀.
Kí ló dé sọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Okay. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn tó ń pè ní narcissist, they like, in most cases, like to deal, frustrate, care for somebody, and still apologize and still hurt you back to back. That is the major threat of a narcissist. Narcissist mama bẹ́ẹ̀ dì, a máa apologize fún ẹ, a máa ṣèkà fún ẹ, a máa portray ẹ in public, òun jẹ̀ ló máa ní fault, a máa dí gbogbo calculative so many things tó wọ́n máa ṣe, is going to be dealing with you and you. Any narcissist ò kì í ní multiple women tó máa ń dí pẹ̀lú.
I disagree.
Oh,
I disagree.
Narcissists.
I am not saying there are not narcissists that deals with just one person. There are narcissists that deals with multiple people.
Daddy, I disagree with you. Ask me why. A man will cheat on you, we apologize, you forgive him, then he still goes back to cheat. Then he comes to tell you, ṣebí wọ́n ní ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ 20 kg ní ẹ́, ìsìn ó ti di 50 kg. Oh, tọ́jú ara ẹ.
Nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ náà lẹ́yìn náà sọ.
Àǹtí, nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, òun náà lẹ́yìn sọ indirectly yẹn. Wasiu Ayinde ò kì í apologize, he doesn't go back. Ẹ lọ ṣe findings Alhaji dáadáa. Tálájì wa ti tákù Alhaji wa ti ṣí, ó ti ṣí nìyẹn. A narcissist person.
Yes, he doesn't apologize. But that don't make him that don't make him a narcissist.
I understand the context he's saying now. I get it.
Ṣáàrí àwọn treat tó máa ń wà fún narcissist ní sẹ́ẹ̀ pé àní kò sí bó ṣe lè ṣe, ẹ ṣì máa padà, wọ́n sì ṣe nǹkan tó tún dáa. The next minute, wọ́n tún wá frustrate ẹ, wọ́n tún apologize. One of the major threats tí doctor máa ń sábà wò ní pé they do hurt you, they apologize, they hurt you again and apologize, back to back. Tó máa fi frustrate ẹnìyẹn máa fi kú. That is one threat. Alhaji ò ní trait yẹn lára. Alhaji is a simple womanizer tó believe yìí pé obìnrin kan ò lè mú mi sọ́wọ́, àsìkò ẹ ló dé lò ó tó bá máa lò ó. Ẹni tó wá fẹ́ padà ló máa padà, ẹni tó wà ní padà kó má lọ. Ẹ lọ wo ṣe gbogbo findings àwọn tọ́lájì ti fẹ́, kò sí ẹni tọ́lájì sọ fún pé kó máa lọ nínú gbogbo wọn. Àwọn lọ́ndì, yes, ẹ lọ ṣe findings yẹn.
But wọ́n sọ pé Alhaji ló tú òun lẹ̀.
No, kò sí ẹni tí Alhaji máa sọ sí pé òun ò fẹ́ ẹ mọ́sẹ̀. Ó máa sọ fún ẹ pé òun náà ni mò ń sọ fún Ṣẹ́rí Alhaji bó ṣe wà yẹn is a womanizer. Tí ẹ wá mọ akọ̀ ń wo Alhaji tó pé ó ń kọrin ni, tẹ́ bá wo kákọ̀sì wọn, I don't want to be mentioning names, gbogbo kákọ̀sì àwọn tó ń jẹ́ jayéjayé, wọ́n máa ń pààrọ̀ obìnrin láàrin ìra wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n máa ń pààrọ̀ obìnrin láàrin ìra wọn. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìbáṣọ ilé ìjẹsẹ̀ tọ̀hún jẹsẹ̀, eléyìí lọ jẹsẹ̀ ẹnìkan lẹ́yìn, ẹnìkan ti fẹ́ nìkan rí, ó ti padà síbẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tírètì yẹn, gbogbo àwọn tírètì capitalist oníṣìnà ni wọ́n. Wọn kì í wà ní level narcissist pé a fẹ́ padà, a fẹ́ ṣe kí náà. Tó bá yẹ pé Alhaji jẹ́ narcissist ni, irú àwọn Wendy, irú àwọn tó ti fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, gbogbo wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Wọ́n kì í fi wọ́n lẹ̀, wọ́n á sì máa fẹ́ wọn lọ.
Wọ́n sì máa gbẹ́ pé wọ́n sì ń yọra wọn dó. Tálájì wa ti ṣí, ó ti ṣí ni ó ti bìlíbì pé tí Emmanuella bá kó ń bẹ̀ yẹn over 300 ló sì tò. So oníṣìnà máa ń believe pé òun ní offer. Major problem tó wà láàrin wọn ni pé Alhaji lè sweet bomb, kò sọ́kùnrin tí ò kì í mad bomb, ó máa mad bomb ẹ̀, ó máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, ṣe understand bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ó máa.
náà ni mo ṣe ní àìmọye àwọn ìyàwó lélẹ̀
ó máa sọ
lọ́kọ̀ yóò lọ bọ́ọ̀mù yìí ni.
tàbájà ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé manipulation, ìjọ tó ń da obìnrin sáyé lọ́dà manipulation, nǹkan tó ń pè lóbìnrin nìyẹn pé nǹkan tí ò wá fẹ́ ṣe a máa mú because ó máa manipulate èèyàn kó tó di kó o mú sọ́wọ́. So tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀bùn manipulation, obìnrin ló nìyẹn pé mo máa fara ẹ̀ balẹ̀ ni ó máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa, ibi tó ń lọ wàá lè get nǹkan tó fẹ́. That is part of manipulation. But when we talk about it pé kí a máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ ká tún máa frustrate èèyàn, Alhaji doesn't do back and forth, that is the point. Tó bá ti lọ tó bá tún padà dé ó padà dé nìyẹn.
tó bá ti ṣí ó ti ṣí nìyẹn.
Tó bá ti ṣí kò ráyè pé kíní. Then major trait nípa narcissist ni pé kì í ṣí lọ. Tó bá ti di pé ó fi ẹlẹ́sìn ó ní better relationship tó lè ṣe kíní kan ó máa kí ló ti ń pètè gating lèmi ó understand àwọn tó máa ń ṣọ́yàn.
No, no, but Mr. Jubril, somebody can use in something. That is one of the traits of that. He lives and not even think about the good time or anything, no empathy, no feeling, no nothing. How is it easy for somebody to just cut off like that and move on?
Because Shemon nǹkan tó ṣe ní pé option ni ẹ jẹ́ ká wò any dollar lọ́wọ́, any pounds, any euro, any cedis, any naira, any gbogbo ẹ̀. Kí pounds wá sọ pé òun ya ṣàlì, ẹ máa sọ fún kẹta bá pa Canadian dollar pọ̀ àti US dollar àti everything. Mo ní option. So option ni major problem tálàjì ní. Kò sẹ́ni tálàjì máa fẹ́ lẹ́ni tí àwọn kan máa mọ̀ pé ẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀ka wo issue ẹni tó wà ń bẹ̀ yìí. Ẹni tó wà ń bẹ̀ yìí sìn, ó mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ fẹ́ tí àná. Àdìjọ wà ní sákù. Àdìjọ wà ní sákù kan náà ni. Ṣé ti ẹ́ sìn? Bọ̀ torí lọ bọ́m̀bì tálàjì fún tó sọ pé máa wọ̀ rí kìnnìkan torí pé ó fẹ́ jẹ̀gbìn abẹ́, ó fẹ́ jẹ̀bá yẹ́lò. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. At the end of the day, Alhaji ti wọ pé àràfá yìí mo ti sọ̀kù fásitì ni mo ti sáfàfà àti mọ́rúwá next. So ó jẹ́ tún wá mú ẹ sọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. But ìwọ afẹ́ wà lẹ́fù pé ìwọ nìkan forgetting that yìí pé branches of tree ni Alhaji.
Ṣé ó rọ̀ǹgì nígbà tálàjì kò ń ṣe girlfriend mọ́? Ṣé ó rọ̀ǹgì nígbà tálàjì?
When come for the money for you, not you, I'm not saying you, right? I'm saying when men come for the money from men and they want to get what they can get, I hope we don't have an issue with it. That's
yes, no, I don't have an issue with it.
You do. Life is beautiful. You are giving some contradiction. That's why I said let me call you out on your hypocrisy. Because we are hailing Wasiu now and we are hailing her. You come for what you can come. Oni no, o marry a lady. You get what I'm saying? Boy, I get point me. Because what you can get, you know. Now, my point is, some men, and life is beautiful included, it has happened, oh, no more, or shall get benefits, you got something from him, let it go, move on, right? I'm saying that when the case is reversed, and some women go with that mentality to a relationship like married, that look, I'm just trying to get what I can get, and move on. So we don't have a problem with it. That's why I said I was calling out life is beautiful hypocrisy when it comes to that, because now he's saying that, oh, people can get what they can get, you get what I'm saying, and move on, nothing bad, that's not an issue. But we might have an issue with it when it comes to a woman wanting to get what she can get. Some women just want babies off of you. She gets, I want to dagba. I want to have 2-3 children with this man, and I don't want to have my kids everywhere. She gets continuous, and I have the 2-3 children, my dad bossy streets. My point is, I hope we can keep the same energy when it is reversed. That's just
Mr. Jubril, ẹ jẹ́ kí Sister Tolani sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Sister Titi sọ̀rọ̀.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. So what I was going to say was that I don't think, because we're talking about being a narcissist, I don't think Wasiu is a narcissist. I believe strongly that he's just an arrogant person. For someone that started from an humble beginning, I totally believe that that man has low self-esteem. But because of the fame, the power, and the validation he has, he used that to cover up that low self-esteem. it has no value for women. There's nothing anybody can tell me. A man that women throw themselves at him at any time, he can have any woman that he wants. To him, it's not a big deal. We are seen as a big deal. He's a musician, someone that can stand on the stage and praise people, and they can cough out millions of naira. Just imagine what he does when he talks to these women to woo them. And then once it's done, the same people that he praised some years ago when they had money, if they don't have money, Wasiu is not going to praise them more. He doesn't care about them anymore. That's the same thing with his women. At the moment, they're the thing. They're the trophy wife. They're good. They're shiny. Once it's done, he moves to the next thing. That's the same way he does his music and the people that he praises. People keep holding on to a man that doesn't, he doesn't really care. The whole thing for him is he has his own life. He's set in his own ways, and the man can never change. The only reason why he married Ropo that I know and I strongly believe is because, you see, that this man is so arrogant that you can't call his bluff. Fatia called his bluff. She threatened, and he told her, if you let this woman leave her husband's house or her man's house, because Emmanuella was with a man while she was doing Wasiu.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Even Fatia was with his friend. Do you know that?
Yeah, before he got with her.
Benga Highlander.
Allegedly.
Benga was with his friend.
So you're telling a man that you are threatening him, a man like Wasiu, that if you don't leave this woman, I'm not going to be with you. He said he called her bluff. If that girl should leave that man's house, Toba Lini Bitowa Momafe. And that's why he married that lady. Because Fatia called his bluff.
Shaka Mosala can have confrontation.
Why did he okay, but by Fatia has him on dates over long.
Yes, she found that they were so.
She was the customer. She knew Fatia. She used to shop at Fatia's
because
place.
when she opened her shop, Fatia supported her when she did her business and everything. So the moment she found that they were dating, Ropo too was with another man. When she found out, people are saying with us no.
How come we've now make not us
Mama,
here?
It was during our mother's burial.
Why will she be with one man and be dating another man?
But that's how they do. You see, there's some set of women that Ikotawari like a big deal. To them, it's not a big deal. They move from one station to another station.
Mr. T, can you tell Sisidupe that Wasiu himself has married and had a child for Fatia's auntie?
Yes.
Chemosha?
Exactly. Yes. So the Ikota as big deal. For them, it's not a big deal. For them,
you don't know about your daddy. How come you don't know about your daddy and you are saying alleged?
Is the next? Is it? No,
I don't know much about my dad's love life.
He doesn't even defend. Let me tell you how
Wasiu. To women, for Wasiu, women are like, at the moment, they are just like trophy. You can give someone an award, they put it, they hold them to it, take pictures, smile and everything, excited. Or at that moment, it becomes a trend. They're talking about it. But the moment that trophy gets on the shelf, it's forgotten. That's how he treats his women. And the fact that women still taking the fact that, okay, yes, Ropo, another one will come tomorrow and he'll still do the same thing because they are all lined up to be the next woman. And what people don't understand is that Wasiu opens doors for these women. That's what people don't understand. If you're associated with him and you're known to be his wife, doors are open. Connection is ready. That's what people don't understand. I believe fully that she also
will the open doors still be open now? With the connection,
of course, there now. There's one thing, it's still going to be open. So sister, it is still going to be open for her.
You are naive, and it's a good thing sometimes, but it's a bad thing sometimes.
Yeah, so Sister Tolani, that means that we are right to say that. So that means we're right to say that it's okay to be in a transactional relationship.
Thank you.
Nobody pay me. It might not be what you think I should be getting from you, as long as I'm getting that thing I intend to get from you.
Exactly. It is transactional.
Exactly.
So And the thing is now, because she has realized the way the whole thing happened when they went in, when the kids went for Ilea, and then it was glaring that she was not in the house. And I will say one thing: when a woman can stand and you have money, you'll be respected. Fatia has money, and her money she uses to control the children. I don't care what anybody will say about Auntie Tupe has gone. No, where did she go to? Okay, Fatia has money, and she has money more than Ropo. There's nothing anybody can tell me. And when she used that money to connect to the children and Kosili, you know how many women these children have gone through?
So what happens when the next woman has more money?
Olu, you know ISL, you know Fatia. Fatia is coming from a long money family.
Exactly.
The Masha, I don't know if you know the Mashas.
Our family is recognized as well.
Our father, they have. She comes from money. So
yes, because they were so disappointed. Her classmates were so disappointed that she went to settle for, to be a number whatever wife that she became, right? For
me, Emma and
T. She doesn't. You see, Emma. That's it. You see, when people say that, oh, they are disappointed. Another person disappointment to that other person, the person in that situation, they don't see it as a disappointment. For them, they're okay with
it. What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying now. That at that time when I'm trying to buttress your fact that she has money.
Emma, wait for your time. Emma,
wait for my. Let me just start talk.
My bad.
Yeah, so when people say the man is, I don't think he's who is this beautiful lady? Oh, is that
that is Ropo now. That's Ropo.
Oh wow,
that's Emmanuella.
He's glowing. But Sister
Dupe, what I believe she should have done, she shouldn't have married him. The mistake she did was she shouldn't have married him.
Can I blow your head?
Met somebody way better than
Wasiu. Mute. I'm in charge now. We can't see I'm sorry.
She would have met somebody way better than
Wasiu. Can I blow your head and say something? We might speak about the money that Fatia has, and I'm not disputing that too. You are 100% right. Me tell you, you're in contest. But I will say this: another woman with more money will come. No woman on the face of this earth can enjoy Wasiu.
Of course. They cannot.
Fatia herself is not enjoying Wasiu. Now pepper them gang.
You see why people don't understand. The reason why Fatia lasted was because she understood the assignment. She knows definitely in your Kimba Wasiu, you cannot live in his house in Ijebu. You go and you come. You don't cook his meals. He cooks his meals himself. So she understands. That's why she lasted longer. Rocco came thinking that because this man, the bluff that she pulled out, he stood his ground and he fought for her and they married her. But what she didn't understand that the guy understood the assignment. I'll punish Fatia, use you as a pawn to punish her, but I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. So she's thinking because this man fought for her, so that means the boy he loves me.
Sister T, can I ask you a question? And this is me not being team anybody, because I know on social media a lot of delusional women, pick me women, harvest me women. I'm Team Ropo. I'm Team Fatia. Like I said previously, nobody.
Please, can you not use that word, pick me, ladies? Because
they are pick me.
Team Kotode.
They are pick me's. If you are fighting for a man, you're a pick me. I'm sorry, because I don't think anybody should be fought for. You can try your best to keep your relationship. I have no issue with that. You get what I'm saying? But if you are fighting, I'm team this one, and the man is having multiple women, and you're a pick me, I stand by that. But I guess, T, my point is just, you make me see things in a different light, right? See, I never really saw it that way. When you said he's not a narcissist, he's playing the game. And thank you for that perspective. Yeah, because
they all play the game.
They all play the game.
They all play you see, they all have all of them in that circle. They have dated one person and slept with this. They've all shared the same women at one point.
And even his wife.
They don't see that as a big deal. They don't see that as a big deal.
Because I remember one interview I read, and this thing that you said, honestly, I feel like you're in the spirit. In context story, I remember years back.
Mr. Jubrila said it as well. Yeah, they do.
Yes, this thing that it feels like she just said something, because in context, Sister T saw and see Brother Jubril. It took me back years ago. You know when you read something sometimes and it doesn't make sense to you. I remember when he left. I remember when he left Wendy. Any solution, Wendy, a total Jew in Canada in Bato.
Wendy that is in Canada, yeah.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
His daughter died in that girl's arms. If you could leave Wendy, I remember when he married Fatia. No, Sister T, you are in the spirit.
What are you talking about, Olu? When he was dating Wendy, if he stands on that stage, no.
If you could leave Wendy,
that there's no other woman in his life. And the fact that Yewande was there, he still had other women he was sleeping with. Allegedly, this actress too, what's her name? That one will never leave him. I'm not going to mention her name starts.
I know who we're talking about with a D.
Her name starts with a D. She can never leave.
Never leave. That one comes and goes. Yes, I know.
Yeah, so there are women that they are pretty much on his Rolodex. They don't care. They just, as long as they spend time with him, they're good with it. Some women just like to be with men.
Like to buttress what you were saying when you spoke about. I remember when you made a point about I feel like they recycle each other, right? Like you said.
They do.
I remember when he was going to marry.
Narcissist is not. The man has power and he likes power.
And he's using it.
And he has.
I remember when he was going to marry this Fatia. So she interviewed him. That was when people came out and said our auntie had a kid with him and did. And it was like, distant aunt. And then they were like, oh, his friend, Benga, I think Benga Hollander or be Highlander. Was dating Fatia for like 6-7 years. Serious relationship.
And Wasiu knows, and he
knew, and he praised
that man. He was someone that Wasiu used to collect his money.
That's why when people, my only issue is when people try to come in and paint Fatia as innocent. I said, no, there's no woman that is in Wasiu's life that I pity. I don't care if you have spent 20 years with him. Because Fatia herself married and had kids with someone that her aunt dated. Not just her aunt, this was somebody that she was dating his friend. Like you said, I feel like he likes to conquer.
Yes, that's the thing.
He conquered his friend's wife. Yes,
Olu, what you don't understand, this conquering for them, they don't see it. It's a norm for them. Toba mashe lo mashe. Is it that you say yes or no? It does for them. It's like checkers. It's checkmate. Once they are done, it's checkmate. Move to the next. They don't see that as a big deal.
They don't see that as a big deal.
What I feel for him is when they say narcissist, I don't see him as a narcissistic person. I think he still has some kind of empathy. But the thing that I just feel that someone that came from nothing has money. No matter how you want to cover it with whatever you've achieved, and he's still in that little box of him that feels that, oh, I've acquired this one, I can have anything, I can do it. Look at the situation of the plane and the pilot. If not somebody that feels that he feels that no, I'm untouchable, that will stand in front of the plane and pretty much try to. Do you see how that's crazy? So that's why I'm saying that arrogance is his number one, and he's a temperamental person. This kind of person that they don't care. Like even if they have to bring the whole house down to prove themselves, is that kind of person.
And you hold on, Oya Naija, to buttress your point. Hold on, to buttress your point. And this is why I tell women, hold on, Oya Naija. And the men can get mad at me when I say this, when I say that, and I preach it every time when they're like, oh, you don't want 50-50. You're too transactional. And this is why I say that a lot of men and women are thinking of you from a transactional point of view. You don't have to admit it. Be it childbirth, be it you being someone that can help them raise a home. You get what I'm saying? You have to bring some kind of value. And I listen to this lady a lot on TikTok. A lot of people don't like her. What's her name? Shira, right? And she tells people that she's not a love doctor, she's a financial advisor. And that's why I remember coming on this platform last week and I said something that there's no relationship that I would get into that I'll ever leave that relationship feeling like, oh, this man used me, oh, he dumped me. Because I go into a relationship knowing something I can get. So even if the relationship does not work out, like long term, we're not together forever, which I don't necessarily care because I feel like fairy tale is something that was sold to women. We all these are our Disney stories. If it lasts forever, fine. If it doesn't, that's also fine because most people don't stay together anyways. Either death or life situation, something separates most people, right? So I go into whatever I'm doing thinking that, or looking at the pros and cons. And it's you understand, am I going to come out of this relationship being a better person? And I hope the women are learning.
Oh shit, baddest.
Life, believe me. So I hope the women are learning from Wasiu. Wasiu does not do anything that doesn't pay him, be it his ego, be it his money or whatever. And that's why he's strategic. Most of the women, he doesn't just broke women. Oh.
Olu, let me tell you something. The thing is, if you're going to be in a transactional relationship, let it be on the terms of your understanding.
Oh,
and
yes.
Let him have his own understanding.
I'm extremely transactional.
For me, I feel that what she's doing now, she's trying to rebrand herself because she's realized that.
And see, that's my payout. You know, some men are
not going to get her. No. She has realized that being Wasiu's wife is not going to get her to
where she nothing. And this is
so
smart.
now she's trying to rebrand. Now, the mistake she's doing is when you're rebranding yourself, you need to pretty much disassociate yourself from the issue. She's not doing that.
I mean,
how would she do that?
How would she do that, though?
What do you say?
How would she do that? How would she
so she cannot. She's selling properties. She's doing that. She should focus on that. She shouldn't all this posting stuff about. Even if it has nothing to do with Wasiu, people are going to read.
Let people talk about that. She's not
no. You say that's what you say. That's the mistake we say. We say let people think what they want to think. But for the kind of platform she's trying to project, I believe that if it's not going to work for you, you've tried it, it's not working for you, then you'll move away from that.
So, what will be your own standard for her to now post?
She should just focus on herself and herself alone.
But can I tell you something?
Connecting herself. In as much as she took the name off, she said she's not Red Rose, she's not no Eleba Yellow, then you delete everything. She's not no Mayegu's wife anymore.
See, some men see, person when they post pictures, they do makeup. We are thinking about it because we are from a different perspective, right? I've had conversations with men that are, and this is not for everybody. Most people don't have to like this, but a lot of actresses and celebrities and famous people that do photo shoots, right? That go on red carpets and wear all these things. Sister T, they appeal to a certain market. I'm not saying that market has to appeal to us. So what she's doing as she's doing all these photo shoots with her gilly and everything she's doing, it might seem like, oh, she's doing too much. She's going to appeal to a certain segment of men. Forget it, Sister T.
I know, I can guarantee you
men like.
No, Olu, I can guarantee you she can find she will find a better man than, she's a beautiful woman and she has her stuff together. I'm not saying she can't find that, but my thing is that if that's what she wants to do, then she should focus on her own growth because that's what she needs to do.
But she's doing
both. Herself from anything that has to do.
No, she hasn't, Sister T. She hasn't mentioned anything Wasiu.
No, because the reason why because of that.
Titi Lloyd, can you please round up 2 minutes so that
because of that, because she associated that she posted something about the men being narcissistic. That's why people were thinking that she was talking about Wasiu. Those are the things I'm saying, that she should not post things that would. She should just focus on her own growth and not post anything that will bring any controversial talks and everything, so that she can, manage her growth. That's what I'm saying. I wish her well, though.
They should go and learn from Chef.
She's a beautiful woman. She will find a fantastic man.
Learn from Chioma, please.
Yeah. Chioma, in as much as people
is learning from Chioma, because Chioma was not. Let's not mention Chioma. Can I say something now?
Go on, Olu. Go on.
Fly freely, be alone. I want to mention, Life is Beautiful is not here anymore, but I want to start from a controversial topic of when Life is Beautiful mentioned, oh, he's a good dad. I'm going to start from that. I think the standard is in hell for Nigerian men, and women and men have.
That is in where?
Is in hell.
I'm here.
The bar is in hell.
On our body.
Yes, the bar is in hell. This man has over 30 children. He caters to some. He does not cater to some. I think 2 or 3 of his kids went to my school, secondary and uni. And I can tell you for free, you, his fans, might be here, that's your business. But I can tell you for free that the 3 that I know that went to my school, their moms were the ones taking care of their bills. That's why Wasiu is smart. He goes for the women that he keeps not the one night stand. They are always independent women that have something going on for them, right? They're never people that they never do wells. That's my point. So when you will have 30 children, first of all, you cannot have multiple children and tell me you're a responsible person, be it male or female. Being a responsible parent is not just providing financially, it's being there spiritually, emotionally, and a lot. It takes a lot to groom a kid.
Olu, I have an
Jibril,
observation.
let me finish. It takes a lot to groom a child. If you know, and I always say it, if a man is deeply involved in late night visits, going to the hospital when that child is sick, kneeling down and praying for that child, right? But making sure that they have all their things, taking care of their emotional needs, you will not want to have too many children. But it's because we have this society style standard where we feel like a woman is meant to do most of this. If me as a man, I can just provide, that is what we call being a good. I have one child, and I know the stress I go through raising her in this day and age. Emotionally, I'm trying to talk to her, make sure that her self-esteem is on point, make sure that I'm providing, even though her dad does this part, but I'm the primary parent. And I tell people that it is a lot. Stomo Iba sick. When my daughter is sick, I'm up all night. If she coughs once, like I'm up, I can't sleep until she feels okay. A couple of weeks ago, she was a bit strong for like a week. I was sitting up, my back was against my bedstand with my pillow. I couldn't sleep. If she coughs like this, I'm up. Do you understand? You will know that being a parent is no joke. And if I put it to anybody, nobody can change my mind. If you're having 30 children, you are not involved in that case. Like, that's when people try to tell me, oh, when are you having another one? I'm like, are you for real? If I don't have
You are
the
skipping
money,
the foundation.
yes.
Foundation.
If I don't have the money, not just the money, I'm not emotionally ready.
I want to ask you.
Hold on, I've not finished, Nigeria. I'm talking about the point. If I'm not emotionally ready, and if I don't have the support of a good relationship with the next man, I am not having another, because I am dealing with challenges. She's coming from school, I'm doing homework, she's telling me this thing happened, she's having bullying cases in school, I'm making sure that I'm there. I'm dropping her in school at 7:30, I'm picking her up at 3:45, I'm trying to juggle 2 jobs. Parenting is no joke. And I feel like the men that, so you cannot convince me, even, and this thing goes for a woman. This thing goes for a woman too. And I look at women here that have 6 children by 6 men as irresponsible. So it cuts across, right? You cannot tell me that, oh, some of these women, they knew that he was an artist and then they had children for him. They are basketball players here. Don't say she not do anything, law. Their she know is so bad that Toba Bayons, Toba Bobinsu. Condom Tofibo, they take it. Why? They don't want you to even go and try to preserve the sperm, and go and implant yourself and say you have their baby. And they are doing shinolojule. They have threesomes, they have orgies, and they're not having multiple children because they know the responsibility, the bills that comes with it. It is not easy. So people should miss me with the, oh, Wasiu is a responsible parent. There's some of the children that I know that their parents, their mom don't have nothing and they are struggling. You cannot choose when to be a parent and you tell me that you're a good parent. Just like you can't choose as a mom to be a good mom to 6 kids, and then you're not a good mom to 2 kids, and then you have, and then you're like, oh, I'm the world's best mom. And another thing is, being a good mom or being a good dad is also knowing when to stop having children. That is one thing about being a good mom. That's why I said my daughter is 10.
We have a drum roll for Olu.
Yes, being a good mom or dad is also knowing your capability and knowing that, I cannot handle more than 2. Mama Yahweh, I can't do that. No man or woman that has 10, 15 children, 30, you cannot split yourself. And having kids in multiple households is not being a good parent. And I say here every time, you see, when it comes to Wasiu and his many women, I don't care. Because these are adults, they know what they are getting into. Team Fetia can come, Team Emmanuella can come and say they are fighting. People are fighting for nonsense. They are fighting over a nonsense man, in my opinion. Fight and buy yourself. Another woman will come in 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. I don't care about that because these are adults. I care about the children that are brought into this dysfunctionality, and this is what is called dysfunctionality. We might want to romance it and say he's trying. Sometimes there are some of his children that don't see him once in a year. How do you want to discipline that child? I'm a single mom that when my daughter messes up, right? That's why I said I will give it to my kid's dad. I can call and say, Omo eti mess up. And this man will be there, even though I'm the primary parent. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why I have a somewhat cordial relationship with his girlfriend, right? I'm not the kind of woman that is jealous. And I'm like, okay, your babe, so long as your babe loves my daughter, she's there to discipline her. I'd rather she have 2 moms that love her because it's someone that he wants to marry and we can raise this child. I don't care. But if you had 20 children, how do you want to discipline each one of them? And I've said here that there were times when my daughter was coming up with one particular behavior. Mo den kigbe, mo try lati caution. She was not behaving. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to have to call this dad. Even though we are divorced, he's a present parent. I said, guy, you need to come and discipline this girl. My words are not enough. And he was there, he was present. That's what we call a parent. Not when you have kids in different places and you are telling me because one person will come on stage and he will kill some of his 4 or 5 or 10 children. This man has, last time on the counter, he has 35 children. How are you there for 35 children? Like I said, Wasiu's issue, somebody removed son name, did not remove son name, somebody is not marrying him. To me, I think it's even a show of shame. That as women, we are sitting down, we are fighting the validity of who is the wife, who is not the current wife, who married him 20 years ago, who married him 15 years ago, who married him 6 months' time. I do not care about that. These are adults, they got into the decisions by themselves, and they can go with the consequences. Those that have children, sit down and ask your children, are you happy? See the consequences of their actions. For example, see Aloha Akala. With the multiple children, Oku wants to bury his children from different women are fighting. They need to exhume him. Because some people are saying you are not the biological child. Look at MK Abiola. The only kids that he said shouldn't do DNA are the kids from Simbi. Those are the only kids, his first wife. Every other person, they fought and fought and fought until all the man's business went down with the kind of legacy that he had. And we wonder why we don't have generational wealth in Africa or even generational health. How many of them do you see having the whites, not the blacks? Do you see having multiple children? They might have one wife, have 3 children, set their affairs in order. They will not have mistresses. And the mistresses they will tell the mistresses, look, you ain't gonna have kids for me. I'm gonna set you up, you're gonna have this and that, because they know the value. That when you start having 3, 4 children in different continents, I don't want to know how rich you are. Sherry Wasiu, as in me or Shekwe phone. Keep Bobowa in the next 20, 30, 40 years, God willing, our lives be spared. You will be surprised that the same children that we are shouting and we are saying, oh, Titi use money to keep them in wealth. Only
just an observation. Elon Musk has different baby mamas and plenty of children.
Elon Musk has different. He's still from South Africa though, so he did grow up in Africa. Born that he's a white kid.
He's a white kid.
Yes, he grew up in South Africa, so he has that mentality.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, no, I understand. Hold on, Mr. Jibril. A lot of those white people, they know. They know. They will have children. They will have mistresses. Only 100 mistresses. Few of them, no man be more kiri. It's not an absolute. It doesn't mean that some of them don't have kids from the other wife. Bill Gates has dated somebody else. He does not have a child. The Amazon CEO has married somebody, Olofeyon, that was his mistress for 15 years. You know, so in a way, it's like, I've had my own kids, you've had your own kids, okay, let's come together. It doesn't mean her prenup is not secure, though. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that if she lives today, that lady that he married this year is not going to be settled. She is settled, but they are wise enough to know that they are not splitting assets. Another example I will give is the Hebrews. Go and look at how the assets of the Hebrews, the kids are fighting. It's just messed up. Different women with different children. Now, for the men, I'm not saying that if the women in your life agree, I don't have a problem with what adults do. I might not agree with it, but I don't have an issue. So long as you are blunt, you get. I have a wife, I want you as a girlfriend. If the girl decides that she wants to go ahead with that, Bambashe, you guys can continue. But please stop having children in multiple places. You cannot be there for them. You are raising dysfunctional adults into the society. And the so-called legacies that you're trying to protect, most times, 9 out of 10, that legacy is going to be destroyed. When they fight, when you are gone, they will find dirty. And I put it to you that Kọ́lọ́hun jẹ́ kí Wasiu pẹ́ kó di 100, kó di 150, kó di 200 if Jesus tarries. When this man dies, you will see children that will come up from the woodworks. Kids that you did not know existed. So when it comes to Fetia Ropo, Fetia gon le gbadun Wasiu. No woman will le gbadun Wasiu, because I love Wasiu for one thing, he's about himself. So anybody that wants to fight, I am camp A, I am camp B, you people are just pick-me's. Eleja bó ṣe wù yín, Fetia náà lè jà, I'm the one. Mo bímọ fún àìmọye women, over 20 women ti bímọ fún Wasiu. Gbogbo yín náà máa jà once Wasiu goes to meet his creator. Do you understand? Given that he does not have a will, and even if he has a will, because Alawakana no need will, children from different places are crawling on and they are contesting that will, and they're going to exhume the body. Imagine, man thought he buried it 4-5 years ago. Because if we not that, we can't exhume the body, because children are coming up. Kids that we didn't know about are coming up and they are fighting. So, to round up my point is, any multiple women. Men, be honest. The women that will deal with you will deal with you. I rather you are honest. You tell me, girl, Olu, I have multiple women. I like you, but I'm gonna buy you a land. I'm gonna build you a house. It's my fair, my fair. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll get what I can get. If it's 3-4 houses, and it's
submission.
In Wasiu's case, all the women knows already now.
Yeah, that is what I'm going to.
They don't know. If you hear my submissions, I didn't hammer too much. Hold on. If you hear my submission, I didn't hammer too much on these relationships.
Please hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
Mr. Jubril, I went to school with 3 of Wasiu's kids.
I understand, but 1998
You can talk about that. You can talk about the
1998.
Mr. Jubril,
what do you talk about those women?
Mr. Jubril, it doesn't matter. It takes 2 to have a kid, please. That's why I said part of being a responsible parent is knowing when to stop having kids. Part of being a responsible parent. I'm a mom. My daughter is 10 years old. I haven't had another kid. Why? I'm not ready for another kid. Timbalo bimo me oh my suffer. That's the truth. I be highest kilo befun ya mi pe mom si mi o le toju ele carry this child, and I know that. That's my point. That part of being a responsible person is knowing I cannot be there for this person.
I agree with you to a point.
Mr. Jubril, hold on. Shaka point to me. I might have the money, right? But emotionally, I can't take care of this child. Financially, I might be able to, but I cannot be there physically. We're in another continent. If I be saying, Mr. Jubril, Kimak Paro before man and God, it's my mom that will take care of that child. Will my mom do a good job? Yes, she will do a good job, but is it right? Is it right to bring a child into that, then grandma no one take care, and I'm healthy? And that's because I've sat down, I've realized this, because anybody to suffer me, I told myself that now I can't do this presently. Can that change in 6 months? Can that change in 1 year? Can that even change tomorrow? It can change, Mr. Jubril. Do you understand what I'm saying? But for someone to come and paint skinny, and Sistupe was saying, to round it up, when Sistupe was saying, the women know. That's why when I started, I said, I'm not necessarily here to debate his relationship with adults, because I don't want to believe Wasiu lied to anybody. They know what they got into, and they are fine with it. That's why I said my only issue is the children that is bringing up into the mix. That is my own problem. Emmanuella is not a child. Fetia is not a child. The next person, Tomatu basically for maybe 2 years before he chases her out, is not a child. The girlfriends he's with now, they are not children. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I give it to Wasiu. I don't think anybody can date Wasiu now, in my opinion, and think that he's perfect. If you are dating him and you are here and you think Wasiu will marry you and you will live happily ever after, I don't know. It might happen, right? But I wouldn't bank on that. That is just my own point. It's just the children.
Miss Olu, you contradicted yourself when you were talking, and I took time to listen to you. I took time to listen to you, and
I didn't contradict myself, but
yeah, let
you
me
can
tell
go
you
ahead.
where you contradicted yourself, man. I listened to you very well, and I learned some things, and I disagree with some things.
And that's normal, but I didn't contradict
The
myself.
other time you said a woman can decide to just say, I want to just marry this guy, have kids with him, just 2 or 3 kids, then I go my way. That is what you said the other time. You understand? And you never can tell. Maybe you are still have met about 2 or 3 women of that type that just had about 2 or 3 and said that kò sí ìbọn tó fẹ́ fi lè ṣe jẹ́ kí n máa live life mi lọ. You understand? And one thing I want you to know is that the way men orientation about women are quite different. There are some men tó jẹ́ pé obìnrin ò jẹ́ kankan lójú wọn. They just see woman as kókò bímọ fún mi kó ṣáà wà.
Mr.
Meanwhile,
Yolanda, you are still taking it back to
no,
relationships
I'm not. No,
between the
no, no,
men
no,
and
no,
the
no.
2 and 3. I am now saying that I
But
don't believe
I
you can
said
have
maybe the
15.
woman led
You
thing.
said no. What I'm trying to say is that you say it's not possible. For example, like I have 5 kids, and I'm there for my 5 kids. But
I didn't talk on 5 kids. I talked on.
no. I'm just saying, that it's not possible for someone to have like.
No, that's not what I said, Olajumoke. I said I
Oh,
have
okay.
one. No, that's not what I said. I said I don't believe you can have 15, 20 with 4, 5 women and be there for them when you're not married to none of them. And I stand on that ground, Olajumoke. I'm not going to apologize for that one. You
I'm
cannot
not
have
asking you
15,
to.
20
Your
kids.
opinions are valid.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if you have 1 kid, 3, 4. No. When I mentioned me having 1 kid, I mentioned that because I had 1 kid and I couldn't do more than 1 for now.
Oh,
And
so
I
what's the
admitted that.
difference between? This is just an example randomly. What's the difference between
Hold on,
a man
Jumoke.
having 4
Hold
kids
on,
and
Jumoke.
15 kids in different
Jumoke.
households?
There's a
Yes,
difference
I
in
think that's
15
what
kids in
he's
different
trying to say.
households,
Because you won't have
different
time.
women, you're not married to none of them, and you have 24 hours. You want to be there and
Yeah,
give
you won't
each
have time for
child
all of
equal
them.
attention in 15, 20 kids, and you think one child will not grow up in 10 years and tell you, oh, mom, oh, dad, I didn't enjoy you enough? Do you think one of those kids will not have issues with your parenting time? You're having 20 children. It's different from having 3, 4 children from one man, and maybe, God forbid, things didn't work. It happens. It happens. That's why I said I stand on my ground. Somebody might come and say they have 20 children from 4 women, and they are there for all the kids equally the same time. They might say that, but I personally don't believe that in 24 hours, with you taking care of your own self, with you working, then you have 15, 20 children from multiple women, and you are there for them. I don't believe it. Nobody can convince me. That is my opinion. And I am saying that when it comes to his relationship with the women, I don't necessarily care, because while I might not agree with what they do, you understand what I'm saying? I believe that they are adults, and I don't believe Wasiu lied to anybody. I'm not saying he's perfect, like he doesn't tell lies sometimes. He might lie sometimes to some of these women. It's possible, me in a relationship, but I also believe that whoever is dating Wasiu knows him for who he is. That's why I don't necessarily pity any of the women that he deals with. And that's why I went straight to the children, that I only feel bad for the kids that are brought into this situation, because a lot of them end up having some kind of trauma, because having multiple kids from multiple women with multiple households living in multiple countries, Olajumoke, I stand on my belief, you cannot be there for them equally. Some will enjoy you more, and some will not enjoy you more. That is my belief. Thank you.
Yeah, before somebody else start, let me quickly respond to your submission. Number one, I agree with you with what you said. I'm a single dad of 1. I do school runs. I do so many things that relates to child. I know how the system works, and I know this how stressful, how challenging it is. But in the case of a public figure, the women coming for this man knows the situation the man is before they sign up. For example, as I am now as a single father, right? I do my school runs Friday and Monday. then I'm only at home 3 to 4 times in a week. So if I find somebody a significant older now, and I said I do, and she says she also do, definitely she knows what she signed up like. This guy is not going to be at home for 48 hours or 72 hours in a week. You know what I'm saying? So in the situation of Wasiu, since 2000, Lomo Alhaji ti pé 20. So Fathia and all other wives previously, wọ́n sign up for. And believe me, I know you may not agree. Majority of àwọn tí wọ́n lóyún fún Alhaji kò ń ṣe àjọsọ wọn. Ipe lóyún fún mi.
Mr. Jubril, can I ask you a question? Do you have multiple kids? You say you're a single
I don't have multiple kids because...
Hold on, Lulu. I don't think Mr. Jubril is getting it. Mr. Jubril, kò tó lù sọ ni wípé tí èèyàn àzọkùnrin tó bá wà responsible in the first place tó ti mọ iye ọmọ tó ní, ṣé ó yẹ kí wọ́n gan tiẹ̀ wá ń tàdé kó tó máa wá rí responsible obìnrin that is having no children for you.
Mr. Jubril, there are musicians that have serious money here. Don't be mockery. Mr. Jubril, can I tell you something as a man? Mr. Jubril, tell you about faithful obìnrin lóyún, and I'm not trying to get into your sex capades, right? Because that's personal. But I want to ask you as a man, tẹ́ bá bóbìnrin sùn, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ dà sínú ẹ̀, àbí tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé láíláí eléyìí ò lè gbọ́mọ mi, Let me ask you a question. I'll be very blunt, and this is not even talking to Wasiu. Let's leave Wasiu's topic. Because I want to believe that you might have slept with more than one woman, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to offend you, Mr. Jubril.
Go ahead.
You slept with more than one woman. And I want to believe that it's not every woman that you have slept with le follow you, correct?
I understand. Not even without using...
Mr. Jubril, that is my own point. I'm not saying that the women don't throw themselves. I'm saying that as a man, so men sleep with 1,000 women. Forget it.
Okay,
that's just my own point.
Now you are coming from a generational thing. Do you understand? Generation Ayinde kò ń ṣe generation àwọn tí wọ́n kọ́mọ àbí àwọn tí wọ́n bá obìnrin sùn pẹ̀lú ìbálòpọ̀ lọ títí. Their generation is more of ipe, if I'm going to sleep with you, I may do the basic STI and STD test for you to bring proof for me that you don't have such. Tiwa ti ṣetán for you to take care of yourself is your basic responsibility. And there's never been any time tó sọ yí pé ẹnìkan ló ń fáyìndé táyìndé sọ yí pé no, I'm not accepting that baby. So if you are coming from a generation like me, even some of my generation are ignorant about taking care of themselves. Ẹlòmíì nǹkan tó yẹ ká kọ̀ wà ní level justo bóyá ó sáré lọ Vegas ó ṣe nǹkan wà careless, you know. Ẹlòmíì lọ sí Naija tó jẹ́ pé àwọn trip for the road ó wà careless. Generation Ayinde ó yàtọ̀. Even Tabatu get 10 years school no generation Ayinde, they are some 50-something year old. So jẹ́ pé taking care, ipò o fẹ́ lóyún, o fẹ́ bímọ, they expect you to take care of yourself. You get what I'm saying? So, Taba sọ̀rọ̀ Bisola ò lè sọ fún Ayinde pé Ayinde mo fẹ́ lóyún fún tí Ayinde sọ pé yes. But Ayinde ṣe acknowledge pé ọmọ yìí ọmọ mi ni. You get what I'm saying? So this is a generational thing. When we talk about Gbogbo Fetosoma Bibi, Ayinde is going to be 70.
So, Mr. Jubril, are we saying it's right? Because, like,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm justifying it from the perspective.
My own point wasn't. My own point, Mr. Jubril, wasn't that it doesn't happen. That wasn't my point. I'm not saying.
So
I'm not saying it didn't happen, Mr. Jubril.
I want to give an example. Elon Musk, right? That's what the fact that Elon Musk. Toba message on Twitter. The message was very important. Within 4-6 hours, on my reply. This is hundreds of billionaires. tó yẹ kó owns hundreds of billions. So see perspective Ayinde, number one
can I respond to something that you just said now before I log off? You said something about their perspective, their age, their generation. I think they are called the boomers. Yes. 60 plus. They are the boomers, right?
No, baby boomers. I want you.
That the baby boomers, right? I want to are older the boomers.
Get depression.
Okay.
No, I think boomers is like they'll be 50 something.
50 something. Okay. I think you misunderstood my point. I'm not saying that they don't do it. What I am saying is that it's not right. Now, can I say something else, Mr. Jibril? I want to believe that if Nigeria was somewhere where certain laws in terms of properties, in terms of legal rights, held grounds, right? Kids could inherit certain things. The law was strict. Our generation Ubiwa, our generation leaders were that was the norm. That's how they used to do. If there were repercussions, Mr. Jibril, I put it to you that a lot of them will not do those things that they were doing. Let me tell you, it was the norm because there were no repercussions. And when I say repercussions, it doesn't mean our flogging. You get what I'm saying? You are a man. You are entitled to whatever you want to do. I'm saying that if there were legal repercussions. Like, that's why I mentioned certain basketball artists.
I get it.
Not one thing. Drake. Drake had a child with a porn star. Drake had a child with a porn star. So they put Pusha T lo mention it. Teba mo iye ton son in child support.
Okay, about the child support today. About the child support.
We are saying the same thing, Mr. Jubil. I am agreeing with you.
That is what I'm saying. Like, it's a generational thing.
And that's what I'm saying.
If you look into our industry in Nigeria, Kagbela Tori Yusuf Olatunji, tó fi dé Sunny Ade, tó fi dé Obe, tó fi dé Barrister, tó fi dé Kollington. These women go for these people with the
but the name, it takes two to tango. You don't sleep with yourself. It takes two to have a kid. Nobody, see, maybe because I love children, Mr. Jubril. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Be it, no, Mr. Jubril, be it 200 years old.
Ejo miss now. Be single one.
Mr. Jubril, I love kids. Mr. Jubril, I love kids. I volunteer. Mr. Jubril, I volunteer to help foster children. Maybe that's why my perspective is different, and that's why I'm always very pissed when adults, right, male or female, it is not gender specific. I'm not coming for the men. I'm not coming from the women. In fact, I'm coming for both. Mr. Jubril, I'm coming for both. When adults decide to useless themselves, I don't care too much. Because me, I always say that this man toasted you, Ogba, right? So also the woman, this girl said she wanted you, Ogba. But I volunteered with foster kids. And let me tell you, some of them don't, not some, most, all, do not deserve this situation they are in. Please, I beg you, before I leave here, and this goes to male and female, unless you have been raped and you have decided to keep that grape pregnancy. As a man, please protect yourself. Don't let anybody come and tell you that culture. If you know you will not be there for that kid, it doesn't mean you don't have money. And you are valid. As a man, you can decide, look, I mean, travel the world. I want women. I have beautiful women.
I totally agree. I totally agree with you on that.
That's why a lot of
that is my own point. I volunteer.
The girls have daddy issues, and the boys don't have men to to look at
them. That is my own point.
To be a man, and how to be a man, and how to
be a man.
Because of all these issues.
Because of all these issues. I have volunteered with foster children. Please, women. And that's why I'm a big supporter. A lot of people don't like money because of this. I'm a big supporter of how do I say it? TikTok, one flag in me. Let me spell it out. ABORTION. I support it because the people that wanted children, that had them, I have volunteered with those children. These people are getting raped on the street. They are so into sex trafficking. Please, when it comes to Shinote and She, any 20 boyfriends, any 20 girlfriends, Please be very careful when it comes to children. They do not deserve the trauma that they have. And that's why I said that's my only issue with Wasiu. He has married 20, 30 women, dated them. Kò parọ́ for any one of them. Gbogbo wọn ló mọ̀ nǹkan tó kó sí. Ropo, I don't feel bad for her. Fetia, I don't feel bad for her. It's just the children that are in the mix. And if you think your kids don't have trauma from you having multiple women or you having multiple men, they have trauma. You are teaching them sometimes to be hypersexual. Some of these kids see you with different men as a woman, and they are training them unconsciously to be hypersexual. I am just very conscious about children. As consensual, I have worked with foster children. Please close your legs if you are not ready to have children. As a man, condom. Pack your condom, tie it, don't flush it. Because that woman, in case you forget to flush it, she can go and take it. Some women do it. Buy NBA stars soon. They will take the sperm from the condom. Yes, they know how to preserve it. So, any color to lose. Protect your sperm. Don't give your sperm to a dirty or random woman that will be disturbing you for child support. It goes both ways. That is just my point. I've worked with foster children. Please, let's just reduce the trauma on having unwanted kids. That's just my point. Eshe, thank you.
That's good. I fully appreciate. I fully appreciate.
Thank you, Olu. Hello, Princess. Are you here?
Mrs. Olu, àwọn Wasiu yẹn ordinary man ọkùnrin mẹ́ta ni wọ́n, àwọn bí MKO tó ní.
Ọjà Naija ìpẹ̀lẹ́.
Èmi mú ewa yìí 72 lèmi fẹ́ ní múlẹ̀.
Ṣé 72 ìyàwó àbí 72 ọmọ?
72 children and 15 wives.
Ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fára yín.
Irọ́ owó ti pọ̀ tó ọjà Naija o. Ẹ fẹ́ fìwà jọ èmi ni, èmi tí mo wá náà ẹyọkan tí mo yẹ kọ́ ẹyọkan ni mò ń wá sí nǹkan.
Pọ́lẹ́tẹ̀ yìí ni pé tẹ̀yìn òfin rẹ̀ yẹ kan ni pé ẹ̀yin ò tí ì farabalẹ̀ ni àwọn tó fẹ́ ẹ máa bọ Nàìjíríà bóyá ẹni fún yàn mẹ́rin lónìí.
Àìrọ̀
wọ́n bá ti wà níta wà yìí
lẹ́mọ̀. Amẹ́ríkà mi báyìí náà láti máa ríra wa.
Take care of me, and he knew the responsible thing to do, Mr. Jubril. They were
older than Wasiu.
Which one is public figure? Are you saying there were public figures that were not responsible, Mr. Jubril?
Name them in the music industry.
Oh my goodness, they won the music industry.
Name them in the music industry now. I will name 5 for you.
Ọmọ mélòó ló bẹ́sẹ̀ rẹ̀ ní àti Pasuma ṣọ́ọ̀ bímọ ni.
Olu, well done. You did a fantastic job there. Well done. Mr. Ojanija, I have a question for you, sir. Ẹ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn ní ìyàwó 32 àbí kí ló pé nínú mi ìrántí òye ìyàwó.
32 mo fẹ́ ní mi dẹ̀ tí mo ṣe ń wá kejì wáyé but 32 mo ṣe.
Ẹyọ kan lẹ ṣì ní àbí?
No, mo ti parí chapter pẹ̀lẹ́ kan ó kù mi mọ̀ wá báyìí.
So mélòó lẹ ní if you're comfortable telling us.
Mi tí ní kankan báyìí mo ń wá kan sí kó jẹ́ méjì wa mo ṣe ń lọ 32.
So nǹkan tẹ́ wá ń wò sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ aspire pé ẹ fẹ́ ní ìyàwó tó pọ̀ ẹbí ọmọ tó pọ̀ àbí.
Mo fẹ́ mú mi Solu as number 3.
Lady J ọjà Naija lóhùn tí Bruce máa lọ́jà Naija. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan kan èmi máa bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí ẹ má jẹ́ ká blame wá sí gender wa ni kẹ́ jẹ́ ká blame àwọn gender obìnrin ni tí Wasiu bá ṣe obìnrin báṣabàṣa tó ṣe anyhow tí ò ní rètí obìnrin náà ló tún máa ń fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ another person wọ́n ti dúró tó máa fẹ́ wọ́n rí gbogbo nǹkan yìí tí ojú ò dùn wọ́n o etí ò fọ́ etí ẹ má blame Wasiu rárá àwa là ń empower enabling it that behaviour until we're ready to wear our crown as women. You're ready to wear your crown. Until such time, àwọn èèyàn kọ́ máa wá inú máa ń bí mi tó obìnrin bá wá síbí. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń support ìwà àbàjẹ́ tí ọkùnrin hù. I don't understand some women sometimes. I don't. Obìnrin eléyìí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, ẹ má blame Wasiu rárá. I'm not blaming him. Because kò ní respect kankan fún wa àwa la cause ẹ̀. A sọ fún yín pé tí n bá fi ẹ́ lẹ̀ lè tó tún better ẹni máa fẹ́. And it's gonna happen. I can guarantee you. Ṣé wọ́n ti ń parade èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan káàkiri ń sìn, bóun ló máa fẹ́ ń sìn, òun ló pọ̀ máa fẹ́. Àwa là ń encourage ẹ. And then somebody said, Wasiu ó ń tọ́jú ọmọ ó tọmọ from ilé táwa mọ̀ tá a gbọ́ tá a tún ní access sí.
kò ń tọ́jú ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan kò dẹ̀ ń tọ́jú obìnrin. When it comes to taking care, it's responsibility. Koma take care responsibility. Now, he doesn't do it because kò sí respect kankan. And let me tell you, there's something psychological about the way he's behaving. Okay, he cannot fall in love with a woman because you know why? He wasn't brought up with love. You cannot give what you don't have. Ó dábẹ́ pé ìlú wa ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n máa ń gbé èèyàn jókòó tí àwọn psychologists tó máa ṣe assessment wọ́n á lọ sí background ẹ̀ wọ́n á ṣe assessment ẹ̀ answers máa wà fún gbogbo behaviour tó ń demonstrate káàkiri. Ṣé ó fi honey sí orí kìíní ẹ̀ ni òun nìkan ni òun ní kọ́kọ́ lórin náà kò ní respect fún obìnrin tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wò yìí karma ni o because ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ pé o lọ fẹ́ allegedly tó bá lọ gba ìyàwó ẹ bá lọ gba ọkọ rẹ allegedly karma máa ké ìwọ tó jẹ́ pé allegedly tó bá lè fẹ́ ọkọ àǹtí ẹ tó fẹ́ ọkọ àǹtí ẹ allegedly karma máa wá so ó ní gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tẹ̀ ń rí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yẹn tí wọ́n sì máa fẹ́ ní ọ̀la I can guarantee you ó tún máa le ju Emmanuella tẹ̀ ń wò lọ ẹni yẹn lè wà nísìnyí kó máa wùwà etí wọn ti bí wọn gbọ́rọ̀ bí èmèrè tí ẹni wọn ni bí wọn mọ ọkọ tó I don't know máa yọ̀dà pé wọ́n fẹ́ òkú gan mi rò gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tó ń fẹ́ káàkiri mi rò pé àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n normal ni wọ́n because obìnrin tó bá I cannot date him mi tẹ̀lé kò lè sọ pé hi kí n down because mi lè jẹ́ kéèyàn kan wá fi ìyà jẹ ẹlẹ́dàá mi because he will never love me kò lè fall in love with me I know that he will never love me kí ni mo fẹ́ lọ máa fi ìyà jẹra mi fún ogun ìdílé ni it's true it's ogun ìdílé kí n máa lọ máa sọ pé mo máa fẹ́ Wasiu pé mo fẹ́ fame mi ò fẹ́ Michael Jackson gbà tó wà láyé mi ò fẹ́ yeye kí àwọn èèyàn tó yẹ pé ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ Chioma ẹ lè fi Wasiu àti Davido wé now Davido na worldwide boy Wasiu is mébọ́lá tí mo Wasiu mélòó tẹ bá pé obìnrin lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Ghana ò mọ Wasiu let me tell you mo ní wọn lọ́rẹ̀ wọn ò mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Wasiu wọ́n mọ Davido so level yàtọ̀ síra wọn excuse me thank you very much.
Sister Lady J ọ̀rọ̀ Davido àti Wasiu tẹ̀sán yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí n correct pressure kan bẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹ́rí tẹ bá sọ pé Davido Wasiu àwọn méjèèjì they are two different things ṣe get bàbá ni Wasiu jẹ́ fún Davido àwọn tó ń gbọ́ náà ṣe báwa youth náà là ń gbọ́ ṣe get bẹ́ẹ̀ so Wasiu is just somebody owó kọ́ ló fi ń mú àgbàlagbà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ń gbà mí ṣe get bẹ́ẹ̀ so Wasiu
ó ní level oríṣiríṣi public figure ó ní level oríṣiríṣi.
Davido tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn náà at least àwọn tó ti bímọ fún Davido àti tó méjì before Chioma.
tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ó ń gbé wọn káàkiri ó ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ìgbà tí Wasiu young kò tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ sọ tó ọ̀rọ̀ jà ṣé ẹ̀yin lè máa ń glorify gbogbo wà bàjẹ́
àbọ̀bọ̀ tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí tí Davido tẹ̀ ń sọ ìgbà ó ti ọmọ méjì ti bímọ fún náà before this girl na Chioma ó dẹ̀ sì wà lórí mẹ́ta àìsí mọ̀ bí ó ṣe ń lọ 10 àti mọ̀ bí ó ṣe ń lọ 10 life ni anything can change tomorrow ṣe get bẹ́ẹ̀ but one thing I just wanted to know is that obìnrin ló máa sọ fún Wasiu pé wá lámi tádẹ̀ wò pé ọ̀gá yẹn adẹ̀ lánàá máa lọ tọ́jú ọmọ òun àwa gan tá à lówó gan obìnrin bá lóyún fún wa gan wá sọ fún
ọjọ́ Nàìjíríà wọ́n grape Wasiu ni àbí.
kí lẹ sọ.
wọ́n grape ẹ̀.
àwọn ọmọ ẹ náà ló máa wò pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi.
no because you guys like to say obìnrin Obesere bó ṣe wà yẹn ọmọ mélòó lẹ́gbọ́n fún ní àsìkò. You think